Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Gene Rally Television, the new YouTube channel dedicated to all the Gene Rally competitions that will ever be. I'm your host, X Kirby, and today we are going to be looking at the International Gene Rally Tournament Qualifications. By the time I'm recording this, they've already been sent in and finished. But the International Gene Rally Tournament is a series of tracks taken in a hot lap format with one car, the Hack RS. That's HAQ RS. The tracks are very interesting, and the format's very good. It's just 2 laps. You got to have that second lap perfect if you want to get a good time in, basically. In the qualifications, it's basically the best 16 out of, I think it's 19 competitors we have, possibly 20. I'll show you them in a moment. The best 16 will be taken out and put in a knockout format. They'll have to do 3 tracks, except in the final one, they'll have to do 5. And it's basically a knockout format. The best person wins, basically. That's all there is to it. So without further ado, let's have a look at the competitors for this season. So as you can see here, it's actually a 20-man loadout, my mistake, but let's have a look. We've got Putz from Volcano Motorsports in the orange and purple, Cuba from Destiny Racing in green, Sartalus from the GRPL team, black and green, EV86 is a privateer in the blue and yellow. Nico is also a privateer in the yellow and black. We've got Cristiano Bosef from the Ecologic Racing team. He's in white and blue, and I think he's the only person in that team. Buca from Destiny Racing, again with Cuba. It's Buca, Cuba. I think they'll have a good race. He's in the black and white. Space Thingy, a privateer in the green and red even. Shmali, I think that's pronounced it, from rallysimfans.who. He'll be racing in the lime and grey. Rare from Planet Gene Rally in the red and green. Danny from also Planet Gene Rally is in the light blue and grey, black even. Tumo, Liquid Racing in the shades of purple. Alonso, Croatia Racing Team in the red. Akuk in the Magenta Motors in the shades of pink. Coco from Volcano Motorsports, he'll be teaming with Putz in the green and purple. Hangman, a privateer in the red and yellow. Herbal from Liquid Racing in the green and white. BG Catfan is a privateer in the black and orange. XYY in from Magenta Motors. He'll be in the yellow and grey. And Skarmaga from the Croatia Racing Team is in the yellow and blue. So that's a pretty interesting grid we have there. Personally, I think the 2 drivers we want to be looking at here are Putz and XYY. Putz is the tournament creator, so he'll have looked at all the tracks and he'll have tested them to make sure they're actually fit for purpose. XYY has actually created some of the tracks as well. He's got 3, 4, I think. Putz has created one of them, so that should be a very, very good race. For teams, I'm looking at Magenta Motors. I think they have a good chance with XYY, and Akuk seems to. I don't know, there's something about Akuk, but they've also got Putz and where is he? Coco for the Volcano Motorsports. I think that's a big team battle we'll have. It's a hot lap format, so basically your second lap is the one you're going to put forward unless you horrifically mess it up. So it should be interesting as to see who comes through. As for the person I'm going to be watching, Space Thingy, he's only a privateer, but he's from Britain. He's the only person from Britain. I'm from Britain. Do the maths. Go Space Thingy. So that's the races for this season. So let's get into an in-depth look at the qualifying tracks which have been raced. The results will be coming out sometime soonish, and I'll be bringing you the replays from them. So that's going to be something to look forward to. But let's actually have a look at the details in the tracks. This is the first of the qualifying tracks. It's DW Park, and I've taken liberty of numbering the corners and drowning my car in the bottom pool there. You can just about make out, I think. It's a good track, I think. It's got an interesting pit lane. So if this was in a race tournament, which it isn't, it's just hot lap, it would be very interesting with the AI trying to pit, and then you've got that nice follow through on the exit. But nevertheless, it's a 2-lap hot lap with no pits. So first corner, it's a 90-degree left. You take it from the outside through the in and back out again. That should be the quickest method, I think. That's how I'd be taking it anyway. and then you've got to cut across to turn 2, which is basically the same turn in the other way and a much more angle to it. And then you've got a nice bit of straight there, good for your speed, and then you've got to take turn 3, which is very sharp, actually, because you're going quite fast through turn 2. You got to get that slide just right to go through turn 4, which is just re-straightening. Turn 5 is more of a follow-through. Then we've got chicane of turn 6 and 7. It's basically going to be very interesting to see how some of the races take that. Turn 8's a follow-through again. With turn 9, it looks a bit more open than turn 1, I think. It's probably the same, though. 10 11 is just an open chicane, and that's it, basically. Then you're back from turn 1 to do the whole thing again, and then you're finished. Corners to watch out for, I'd say turn 2, because that looks like it could go horrifically wrong. I think I went wrong on it on one of my tests to see how this track handles. It's a good course, though, and if you do it right, you should be able to get a very nice time on it. But having said that, let's look at the next track. This is the second of the qualifying tracks, More Belts, and it reminds me quite a lot of Japan, actually, the way it's laid out. But I think it plays a little bit differently, the way the corners laid out and the barricades. But we'll have a look then. So, we start with a 90-degree right for turn 1. Then we've got a big straight, and that's where you're going to get your speed. That's where you're going to get speed for the lap. But you're going to have to brake hard at the end of it for turn 2. You got that little fall-off area after it. That's probably for power sliding through it if you got one of them less grippier cars. But as you pull through there, then you've got turn 3, which is a follow through with a tight finish. And if you go into that fence thing, you're going to lose a lot of momentum, and you don't want to do that in a basically a mode where every split second counts. It's going to be tight. I can tell you that much. You then got turn 4, which is like turn 2, except if you overshoot this one, you're in the hedge, and you do not want to be in the hedge. Turn 5, similar corner. I think the barricade there is a little more forgiving. You can't really tell, but you shouldn't be going through that through turn 4. Turn 6 is basically turn 2. You don't have as much forgiving, though, and there's also the hedge there if you overshoot the corner. But then you're just straight through the line, and that should ideally be it. I think it's important see how the racers take turns 2 and 6, because they're the ones that are really going to affect their lap time, in my opinion. So that's that track, even. So then, let's have a look at the final track for the qualifications. This is a Secheringen. I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's a very good track, especially for something like hot lap like this is. And it's full of twisty roads, and it's just technical, and that's what you want in this kind of tournament. You want technicality. You want the best racers to come through, and this is the kind of track where you get them. So the first corner, you really want to be taking wide here. It's a very tight U-bend to the left. You can see the pole position is actually on the outside. There's a good reason for that. And you really want to be coming through the outside, through the line as well. Turn 2 is very easy. You just got to correct your steering through turn 1, and you should be flying through that nicely. Turn 3 is just countering that with a nice. It's a bit tight, but you should be okay with it. Turn 4 though, you've got to slow quite a lot down, and turn 5 is just chicaning that. Then you cross a bridge through turn 6, and I have overshot turn 6 several times while testing it. You just go through it with such speed that you sort of just skid onto the grass a little bit, and you don't want to be doing that. Turn 7 is a little bit of a follow through there, and turn 8 is just correcting that line a little bit, and you're across the line then. It's a lot more technical than I make it sound. It's getting that angle just right, and call me crazy, but I think turn 6 is really annoying sometimes. You're going through it, and you just have a little too much speed, and you just go a little bit wide, and then it just slows you down a bit, really. But you can't be slowed down even a little bit. You have to be flawless on these corners if you want to win, because the professionals, and there are a lot of professionals in this series, will eat you alive if you do not. Having said that, though, I think we should have a look at how I did, and just to prove I'm not just making this up as I go along, which I am, but I've done a bit of research on this. So here's how I did them, and here's how I failed at them as well. DW Park then, and I'd take first corner very nice and smooth through the outside, second corner the same, Third corner, very smooth there. Fourth and fifth, very good. I think I got a bit too close to line on fifth though. 6, 7 easy. 8, just a smooth follow through. 9, I think I could have taken a bit tighter, but there you go. 10, 11 easy. Went wide through the first corner again. That's how you meant to do it. Second as well. I think that line was very poor there. Through 3 for 5. 6, 7, 8 smooth. 9, I think I went a bit wide there, but I'm across the line anyway. And well then, let's have a look at the next track, shall we? Now for more belt, and I go very. I think I could have taken that first corner better. Second one was very smooth and tight line. Third went a bit wide. Fourth, nice and tight again. Fifth, easy with that speed. Sixth went. Oh, I almost crashed out there, but back through the line. First corner, very tight there. Second, beautiful. Third, that was good. I'll do that. Fourth, fifth, nice and tight, and sixth, not as wide, and I'll just cross the line then. And finally, Sashering in first corner. I think I went a bit wide on the exit. Second and third, that was taken very poorly by me. But that was not way wide. Sixth, taking it a bit wide. Seventh, I finished with eighth. Just nice follow through into first, which went absolutely wrong again. Second, third, poor. Fourth and fifth, I'd say I could still take a better line, but that's better. Sixth, I think. Seventh, that was beautiful, I think. Eighth, and that's me across the line. Well, after that horrific run, it's time for me to end the episode. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, complain about my voice once you've done listening to me. It's monologue. I'll have the replays coming out soonish. Depends how long it takes them to be looked at and verified, etc., etc. But it'll be fun for everyone. Until then, I've been X Kirby. Message of the week: don't stand in front of moving buses. See you next time.